In late February, I did something kind of magical that most people who have the tower gardens probably have never tried, at least indoors. It is now mid July and it's ready to be harvested. So you're going to want to stay tuned to see what I'm going to do next. I'm Sherry, and this is Tower Gardening Made Easy. Did you guess? Okay, it's the watermelon. Remember, we planted them at the end of February, and it's now the middle of July, and I have, I think, at least two that are ready to be harvested. So I'm going to show you how to tell when they're ready. And I've got a few that are still kind of cooking, shall we say. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the camera around. We're going to get into that tower and I'm going to show you what's ready. We're going to go ahead and harvest. We're going to go upstairs. We're going to cut it open. And as promised, I'm going to take a bite and I'm going to tell you how it tastes. All right. Well, before we turn the camera and go harvest and have some fun, I just want to share some housekeeping tips. This is the exact seed that I used. Okay, this is a baby, small baby variety called Bush Sugar Baby. And you can go to towergardeningmadeeasy.com, go under my favorite seeds. It's right there. Click on it. It will take you right to Amazon to the exact seed that I purchased. Also, while you're on the website, go ahead and do yourself a favor. Go to the Nutrient School and download the free PDF form so that you know the exact nutrients and pH that you should be keeping these at. I think I put the pH around 6, and I want to say that the nutrients started probably 1.8, and I bumped them up as we went along into the flowering and then the fruiting stage. So you'll be able to see those ranges. And also comment below if you're having issues or you want to start this journey. I'm here for you. You can contact me through the website, through the comments down below. Let's grow together. So go ahead. Let's go ahead and spin this. Let's have some fun and go ahead and harvest. Okay, so we are at the watermelon tower, and you can see the most popular one, which is right dead center in the hammock. Now, after doing a little bit of research on the baby size of fruit that I grew here, they can be supported in a very simple netting that you see right here, or you can just leave them alone like these guys. They really don't need the support because they're a mini size. However, I will say by putting the netting here, this guy got pretty big. It's like a softball size. But you can actually see, and I'm going to back up here just a little bit, that this tower is pretty mature at this point. And what does that mean? It means that a lot of the leaves and some of the vines, I had to kind of trim back because, again, you need that airflow and you also need the light to penetrate the fruit so it can ripen and mature and continue to grow. That's what you were focused on. So eventually, we've reached that point that I'll let these guys, grow it a little bit more and ripen. But I'm going to have to turn the tower over. So, maybe I'll start these guys again. But we've reached that mark where the tower needs to be taken apart and it needs to be cleaned. So you can see right here that, it's still doing its job. It still wants to throw off. These guys are right here are male. And let me see if I got any females in here. I keep clipping it back because I really want the tower to focus its growth on maturing the fruit that's there. As you can see there on the bottom, right there, versus growing more vines. Again, I got to think about turning this over because you can see, and let me get up close, some of the vines, like right here. I've had to clip these. The vine, just so that you guys are aware, if you decide to grow these, and I've mentioned this before, that it's not just a leaf. It tends to grow all the way around, kind of like a jungle vine. And I have to continuously kind of prune back some of the old stuff to make sure that the light penetrates and that we get airflow in between. I feel like a stewardess doing this. So as you can see on the bottom, it's still really, really healthy. And you can see I've got these attachments on either side, but you can see right here that it just wants to go. So I keep kind of pulling it back because I want it to focus on maturing these guys versus growing more baby watermelon. So if we come on to the other side, I've got some fruit in here and I've got the thyme capsule camera right there. And so I'll be releasing that. I've got almost 2 months worth of growth on this guy that's in there. So that'll be really fun to watch. But if I come at this angle, I mean, this tower is, it's very big and mature. So, I'm getting to the point where I just want to harvest and give it a good clean and start over. But my arugula on top is amazing, absolutely amazing. And it's so flavorful. So I need to kind of harvest that before it gets a little bitter. That's the other thing too, as we're in the summer months, you're going to notice with the heat that's indoors. I don't know where you guys are, but I'm here on the island in Newport. It's summertime, so it's very warm. And in the room, I have AC, but I really do try to open my windows as much as possible. But if it's too warm and too humid, I got to think about just the air. But I need that ventilation because these plants do need that. That's really kind of an important component to growing and making sure that your tower stays healthy and produces some fruit. So let's go ahead and get into how do we know if the watermelon is ready to harvest? How do we know the watermelon is ready to harvest? Well, it's very simple. This tendril, which is this little curly thing that's closest to the vine, turns brown. That is key. If it is still green, then that means that it's not ripe inside. But this guy, as you can see, and I'm going to put it into my hands. I don't want to turn it too much, but it's the size of a softball. And that's the variety that I grew, these little sugar babies. So this guy is ready to be harvested. I'm so excited to do this. It's been so long and such a great journey and such a wonderful learning experience to actually grow watermelon in my basement, in my home. I didn't know that I could actually do this. So comment below. I want to know your journey, whether you're going to plan on doing this, and how I could help you. But what I want to do now is I want to take this out of the hammock. I'm going to give it a cut. We're going to give it a slice, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion of what it tastes like. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, so I took a grocery store netting um, that they use for like lemons and limes, and that's all this is. And then this was actually kind of like the third hammock, and I used bread ties to kind of keep it together on both sides. So I'll get that later. But what I'm going to do now is, as you can see, it's got some weight to it, and I'm going to go and I'm going to give it a little snip. I'm so excited. Ah, I mean, look at that. That looks like a softball. So now what I want to do is I want to give this a slice and let's taste it. Okay, the moment of truth. So I rinsed her off and I've got my cutting board and I have my knife. So, oh my God, I'm nervous. This is so long to grow this. And I hope it doesn't disappoint. I don't think that it will. So, you guys ready? Okay, let's do it. Oh my God. Oh my God, she's so pretty and pink. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice just a little bit and just carve out just a little piece so I can really give you my honest opinion as to what it tastes like. You ready? Oh, it smells delicious. Oh my God, you guys, it is so sweet. Mm, and so much water. Mm, don't mind me. This was worth it. This is really, really worth it. So I think now that I know what it tastes like, um, I'm going to go ahead, let the other guys ripen. I'm going to clean the tower out, but I actually have another flex. So I think I will use the bigger towers with a proper cage and see if I can't continue to grow more of these. So again, this is the baby, little baby watermelon, sugar babies, bush babies. Give it a whirl. Go to my site. You go exactly where I bought this, and you will not be disappointed. Don't mind me as I have another slice because it was just really good. We'll see you in the next video.